What's up, everyone? It's Matt Mrozek, aka MVM3897, with a video update and stuff. What's going on with me? Not a whole lot, actually. I haven't touched a model in a few months. Life has been so crazy busy with my kids, work, summer camps. Seems like every time I go out into the garage to try to do something, something pops up. Today is a good example. I was going to come out in the garage and work on the Gouf Custom. And this is Abi Verka that I'm doing for clients, and now we have family coming over. So I was able to break away and do a video because this showed up unexpectedly. Well, not unexpectedly. I knew I was going to be doing these commissions, but my client was able to pack them up and ship them out to me. They will go in his very own private cabinet that I have just for him, because he now has me doing the Gouf Custom, the 1/72 G System Sazabi, the 1/100th Resin Mersa Kshatriya, which is kind of like the plastic Elan Kshatriya but resin, and then these three kits. I also have the 1/48th Hyper Z going on and the 1/100th Sazabi Verka. So my life is full of commissions right now. I don't foresee myself doing any personal kits in the next 2 years. Actually, that's wrong. I'll have to take a break and do some personal work because there's a few quick kits I can do that I'll need to do. But anyway, this is what showed up. As you can see, there's 1, 2, 3 G System boxes in this one box. And what are they? Well, the first one you can probably see right away. It is the 1/72 Garadoga. I also own this kit. It is a really cool kit. Sneeper Steve is working on this kit right now, and he's doing an awesome job on his. I love his color scheme. It's kind of like almost like a G3. It's black and dark grays, but anyway, this is one of them. And I'll open all these up in a second. That's the first one. The second one is one of my personal favorites that I also own personally, and it's a big freaking kit. It's heavy as all get out. Let's see if you guys can see that. It's the 1/48th new. High new. Awesome kit. Just really, really cool. I think it's 1/48th. Am I right? Yeah, 1/48th. I forget. This is a massive kit. Matt Tomczak did a build of this for himself a long time ago, and it turned out really nice. This thing's absolutely huge for the high new. It's actually, it doesn't even tell you here because this gives you all the actual, not the kit measurements, but what the measurements of this would be in real life. So like in real life, this thing is 20 meters tall, roughly 60 feet. So I think this kit is about 12 inches tall, maybe a little taller to the head, be a little taller to the back of the fin funnels on the pack. We'll open that up in a second. It's very heavy. This thing probably weighs 10 pounds. The third and final kit, which is 2 boxes actually, is the 1/72 Jagdauga conversion kit. Now, if you look on G System's website, there's a red and a green version, and quite honestly, I don't know what the difference is, other than one's painted red and one's painted green. I can't tell the difference. If anyone knows, please tell me, because I've looked at the pictures and either I'm an idiot or I'm just not noticing something, but they look exactly the same. And by the way, all these kits right now are on sale at G System's shop for really good prices, relatively speaking, compared to what they normally are. So, and the Zaku 2 Perfect Grade, which is for the Jagdauga conversion. So let me get this big box out of the way. I'm not going to open up the Perfect Grade. That's, you know, everyone's seen one of those. I am curious to see what this kit consists of and how much of the Perfect Grade it uses. So let me bring my tripod down, my camera down, and we'll take a look. Come on down. Right about there. Okay. Okay, let's see if I can do this without getting in the way too much. So my camera setup is not the best here. Eventually, when I redo my work area, I'm going to have a permanent camera mount. So I'm going to take that off. Nice silver box as usual. We've got the 3 pictures, the decals, and all that fun stuff. I'm going to put that to the side because I really want to look at the instruction manual. And I'm going to come down even further so I can see what I'm doing. it through camera at the same time. Alrighty. Let's come in a little bit. Right there. Okay. So here's the instructions. I'll go through some of the pieces, not too much. And as usual, we have our checklist for parts count. So I'll do all this maybe tonight or tomorrow. I'll go through them real quick. There's some more. Okay, now this is where we get to see which parts of the perfect grade we use. You can see here, this first step is the arm. And like most perfect grades, this one uses the frame primarily. Looks like you replaced 2 of the frame pieces right here with resin, but other than that, all the armor is resin. Let's go to the legs. A little similar. The difference here is that it looks like more of the leg internal is replaced with the resin. So we got these 2 pieces right here, which are part of the hinge, that will get replaced with resin. These 2 pieces right here are replaced with resin. And that's it. The rest is plastic inner frame, and the rest of it is resin. Now the foot, I take that back. The foot and the ankle. Here's the foot, the ankle joint right here. Hopefully I'm on camera. Let's move it over. There we go. This step right here is the ankle. That's completely resin. So the ankle joint is no plastic. It's all resin. Here is part of the shoulder shield. It's all resin. It's got some plastic in there, some photo etch. The fin funnels are plastic, thank God, because when they're resin, they're a bear to work with. The torso, the upper torso is 100% resin. None of the perfect grade is used. So that's one of the catches with conversion kits and some of G-System conversion kits is that you buy a perfect grade and you end up throwing away about 75% of it. So this is how it is. And then we have the lower torso. Looks like the crotch is used from the perfect grade. And that's it. Here's the shield and the weapons. Hopefully you guys can see that. And here's a shot of the finished kit. This is a really cool design. This is one of the better Jag Doggos, I think, design-wise, is G-System's kit. And the parts. I'm not going to pull these all out real quick because I don't want to. Because I have 2 other kits I want to show you guys. But I mean, the casting looks really good. These have all been re-released. So, and I noticed this on the 172nd DO I just received, which is, and they call it a, it's a single colored resin cast kit. So you don't get all the colored resin, but the kit is almost half price of what it normally is. And I want to say that they redid the molds on these kits because the casting on the new is better than I'm used to from G-System. There's some issues here and there, but this is really clean. Looking at the inner detail, so I'm curious to know if they redid the molds for these kits because they look really, really sharp. So, and for this kit, there's about 350 resin pieces. Here's a photo etch, some springs, the LED unit, the fin funnels and stuff. It looks really good. I really like this kit. I don't own it, but I'm excited about doing it. So there's the Jag Dogga. Let's put that back. That will go in the my client's cabinet with his other kits that I'm doing for him. Pick him up. So this is a multi-unboxing video. Alright, the high new. Oh my gosh, this thing is heavy. This box, I think this box weighs at least 10 pounds, if not more. Let's turn it sideways. This is a big kit. Because every single piece, except for the zoom out. This kit is 99% resin. There's a little bit of plastic in it. Most parts resin. Here are the decals. That just gives you an idea of how big this kit is. That goes on the shield. I'll pull the shield out and show you. But this thing is just absolutely massive. You can see the decals are pre-cut. That's the plastic shining on them. Really nice decals. Here is the checklist. I just dropped the pictures. I'm not going to show you the pictures. You can see my G system. There's only 3 of them as usual. Here's their quality control check, saying that everything's there, says it's passed. Nice picture of the finished kit. And the checklist, or the parts layout. Like I said, I own this kit myself. I love it. It's probably my favorite design, and I don't know why I haven't built mine yet, because it is probably one of my favorite G System kits that I own. I know, I think I just want to wait and do a really, really good job on it. More parts. I have a 1/100th scale kit that is exactly the same as this. I mean, the parts are designed exactly the same, except for they're in 1/100th scale. And it was not a cheap kit at 1/100th scale. Here's the directions. Hopefully you guys can see that. Let me zoom in a little bit. As typical, there's the diagram with dotted lines showing you where everything goes. So, one thing I like about doing these kits, and I've mentioned it before, it's kind of like putting together a jigsaw puzzle. Because step 1 is the upper torso. It's the whole thing. It's not like, you know, this part goes on first, and this part, and then this part, and this part. It's a jigsaw puzzle. You have to sit there and really think about it. And you have to really plan out your painting and masking and everything. So, it's a challenge. Here's the lower torso. I can't talk today. Looking pretty good. Here is the arm, one of the arms. It's the same thing, just reversed. So they just show you one. But here you can see that all kind of goes together. Lots of screws in this guy. Technically, this guy is posable, but with the amount of weight he has, you're basically left with picking a pose and tightening the screws. Just tightening the crap out of them so it'll hold this pose. Here's the leg. If I have time, then I'll do an unboxing video. My 1/72 the O. The leg's pretty complicated. Lots of pieces on the leg. This kit's actually, the engineering on this kit's really, really nice. More so than like the 1/48 Hyper Z. And the 1/48 Hyper Z gives you the ability to take the armor off and display the frame, but the engineering is not quite as user-friendly for doing that. This one is much more user-friendly for being able to take the armor off and displaying the inner frame, which is completely detailed. So here's the fin funnel and the backpacks. So this is on this kit. The entire thing is resin, except for these pieces. These are all plastic. So it does lighten it up a little bit. If those were resin, I don't know how the hell it would hold the pose. And the shield and the rifle. The 2 most simple parts of the kit. Right there. So I'm going to just pull, I think I'm just going to pull the shield out for you guys. Just so you can get a sense of the size of this sucker. Give me a second here. I'm putting the directions away. Get those back in their sleeve. Let's open this up. Hopefully the shield is, usually it's on its side, packed in here. Okay, so the first thing we're greeted with are, let me zoom out. Alright, that is a shitload of resin. Man. Here's like the hardware pack you usually get. You get the screws, there's the LEDs. There are all the plastic little connectors for the fin funnels, something for the fuel tanks, the LEDs. This guy does have quite a few LEDs. I think there's about a dozen or so. I know Matt Tomczak had a hard time wiring this, so hopefully it's a little easier. Some coated thruster bells, really nice. Here's the plastic. Look at the size of the fin funnels. They're absolutely huge. They are, let me get a tape measure. They're about, let me get underneath my ladder here. I'm guessing they're about 8 inches long. Maybe not quite that long, but let's see. Alright, so one fin funnel, and this is before it's 9 inches long. So actually when you add the hinge, it's going to be closer to 10 inches long. That's crazy. It's absolutely huge. Alright, let's see if we can find the shield. I don't want to pull too much of this out because, like any other G-System kit, once you pull it all out, you can never get it back in. Here are the fuel tanks. I'll pull those out. Bam. How long are those? Those are 14 inches right now, and there's a part that goes on the end. So, just a massive, massive kit. It's just really cool. And you know, as far as detailing goes, it's not the most like detailed high new as far as panel lines and all that stuff goes. I just think it just looks really, I just think it's sharp. I think the proportions are good. The shield's at the very, very bottom. There it is. Alright, the shield. Bam. The shield is 15 inches long. I mean, it's just crazy. The thing is massive. I mean, look at this. If I put it in my hand, it's as long as my forearm. It's crazy. Look at that. Bam. Huge. Awesome kit. Awesome, awesome kit. I am stoked about doing this one because I have it too. And like I said, it is probably by far one of my favorite G-System kits that I own. I will never, ever, ever sell it, no matter what. It's in my collection to stay, whether I ever build it or not. It's never going anywhere. So let me pack this guy back up, and we will pull out the smallest of the bunch, which is the Garadoga 1/72 scale. Let's see if I can get this put back together. I'm packing it dirty right now. Oh man, awesome kit. Get the high new if you have the means to get it. Get it. That's all I gotta say. It's awesome. Okay. And the smallest of the bunch, the Garadoga. Cool little kit. My favorite part of this kit, and the reason why I bought it, is because of the freaking rifle it comes with. It's awesome. It's huge. And you kind of get two heads, so you get a couple options as far as which head you want to use. Make sure I'm in frame. Kind of. Okay. Here's a little G-System. Same old pack. Not too many decals on this guy. Just a few. G-System has some very nice decals, by the way. This comes with a cool little, never mind. Brain fart. One thing I want to point out to you guys is in the instructions, all original G-System kits will have a serial number right there. Hold on to that no matter what, because if you're missing a piece or if there's a quality issue, you will need that number in order for you to get a free replacement. If you do not have that, you can get a replacement piece, but they will charge you. I've had to buy replacement pieces before, and sometimes it costs as much as $10 for one piece. So, I wanted to show you the rifle it comes with. Bad guy. It's just cool. The camera now focus, but look at that. Some really nice photos of the finished kit right here. Okay, there's a good shot of the two different heads you get. One's kind of like a steampunk on the left. The other one, I don't know what you would call that. Russian army. Hell, I don't know. It's cool. This is a fairly small kit for 1/72. It's 28 centimeters tall overall. Head height is 26 centimeters, which is, let's see, it's not a foot. It's about 10 inches tall, maybe 11. Same as with the other ones. We got our checklist for parts right here. Once you see one G-System kit unboxing, you see them all. Now this is an older kit. Oops, let me zoom in. So the parts count is a little bit lower. They're a little more simple to build. The trade-off is you have more masking, just because the breakdown's not as much. But they are easier to build. So you can see here that the torso, the upper body is fairly simple. Not too much. Again, it's one step, bunch of lines telling you where things go. There's the crotch, the back skirt, the front skirts. Pretty simple. Here's the backpack. Now in this kit, the tanks, which are right here, 1, and 2. Those come as a PVC pipe. And the Garadogo I have was already started. I bought it from someone who had bought it from Matt Tomczak. So the kit that I have was actually Matt Tomczak's at one time, and it's been started. So not a whole lot, some cleanup and pinning. And the leg, really simple. This reminds me exactly like the 1/72 GM sniper I started way back when, as far as how the assembly goes. Pretty simple. I mean, if anyone's looking to start with G-System kits, get one of their older 1/72 kits to start off with. I think you'll be much happier. You'll be inclined to stick with resin because it's not as intimidating as their newer kits with like the plastic internal frame and then 1,000 pieces of resin to go with it. These 1/72 kits are pretty simple. Consider it like a very high-end, high-grade kit as far as how the assembly goes. Detail-wise, it's like a master grade, but the assembly is very similar to a high-grade kit. And here are the weapons. Here's that massive rifle, which I think is about 1 foot long once it's complete. It's just cool. There's the shield with the rockets and the handgun. So I'm not going to open up again. I'm not going to take all these pieces out because it's just a nightmare to get back. Hardware pack with the fuel tanks. There's the nozzle for the barrel for the rifle, some screws, the electronics. This resin's a little different than the other ones. I'm curious to know how many casters G-System actually uses, because I just opened up 3 kits, and this kit has completely different resin than the other 2 does. So they may have a couple casters they use. This looks more like this looks similar to the Utopia cast kit that I have of the Kshatriya I'm doing for this client also. But the casting's clean. I mean, it's really sharp, sharper than some of their newer kits. So I'm guessing they redid the molds. It looks really, really nice. Cleanup looks like it's gonna be real simple. I don't see hardly any flash. You know, gates here and there as usual, but for the most part, there's the shield that gives you a good size of the kit right there. I think you guys can see that. Let me zoom out. There we go, the size of the shield. Just real nice. This is the full kit, not a conversion. So you get the whole thing. I think this one's on sale now for about 250 bucks, which for this kit is a great deal. I mean, you can go buy yourself a perfect grade for 250, but the detail sucks on some of those, like the Strike Freedom, which I have. It's a huge ass kit. But if you're an out-of-box builder like me, the detail on it's pretty crappy. It really needs some love and some care to add detail to it. So anyway, that's we'll call that the triple threat unboxing. Those are all from the same person, same client. They will all go into the cabinet along with his other, with the 1/72 Suzabi he purchased for me, and the 1/100th Kshatriya that I'm doing for him. So he's got me busy for a very, very long time. So that's it for me, guys. Oh, let me show you a little bit what I have been able to do recently. So the Gouf Custom is in primer. This is the first round of primer. I started to sand some of the primer down. You can see, like right there. Started looking for some imperfections. I found a few pieces actually have quite a few bubbles I'll have to go through and fix, but for the most part, this kit's really, really good. I mean, it's really sharp. So there's the Gouf Custom in its current state. My goal is to get this sanded and reprimed this weekend, and then I can start painting. Once the priming's done, the painting will go very quick, because the go-by picture he gave me is all solid colors. There's no shading, so it's a very clean version of this kit that he wants. So there'll be some masking, but not too bad. But anytime I don't have to shade a kit, I can paint it basically twice as fast, because I'm only painting a kit one time. When I shade, I have to paint a kit twice, because I've got the pre-shade and then I've got the highlighting and all that stuff. So anyway, that's a long video for me. Give you guys a little update what's going on. And signing off. We'll catch you guys next time. Yeah, that's all I got going on. Sazabi Verka, Master Grade I'm working on, and the Gouf Custom. Those are my next two to get done. I've got to get the 148th Hyper Z going again. I pulled it out the other day and looked at it kind of where it was because I haven't touched it in a few months. And I got to get those. Anyway, really busy with commissions. That's a good thing. I mean, it keeps me motivated and it brings in some extra cash. So, Matt Mrozek, aka MVM3897, signing off until next time. Thanks, guys.